Been watching TV all day. Get off the couch. You know what? Why don't you get up and go to the store and bring back some food?
Once they have established the norm that seed can be owned as their property, royalties can be collected, we will depend on them for every seed we grow, of every crop we grow. If they control seed, they control food, they know it. It's strategic. It's more powerful than bombs. It's more powerful than guns. This is the best way to control the population.
That's what the streets them say. That's what my least them say. That's what the Babylon say. Been cold up on the lips and get popped the same way now. That's what the Pentagon say. That's what the general say. That's what the empire say. But death down your throat, you get dropped the same way.
There's a war going on inside, no man is safe from DDTs, PCBs. Every corner in the hood got a KFC. A McD's, it's crack speed like RED. Bullish, they pulpit, so caffeine. Kick cat like a click clack, hoes in their jeans. So everything got the market, ain't all what it seems. Little Debbie bustin' biscuits and sugar high fiends. Yeah, ain't nothing but a G thing. GMO, MSG, genocide, street gangs. Aspartame, a street cane. Monsanto was Rambo, round up with ammo. Who would've known you could die from a diabetes and the itis on the dairy and the dose of the high fructose. If your ribs too close, so you might start a ride, might be a fool fighter.
That's what the streets them say. That's what my least them say. That's what the Babylon say. Been cold up on the lips and get popped the same way now. That's what the Pentagon say. That's what the general say. That's what the empire say. But death down your throat, you get dropped the same way.
They shootin'. Made you look at the labels on the food that you cook. Just say no to the cocoa box, cause when you Google the ingredients you might get got. Is your milk on drugs? Cause your brain on Fox Factory farm and spawn in the Matrix plot. Globally warm and the saw enough cows and knocks. Driving the climbing, driving the Hummer or not. Drive in like a drive-by. E. coli serves supersize with a side of super lies. So tell me what's more gangster than that? Bullets and burgers to both blades, burners to black. Breakfast is a little like Texas. Petrol's everything that you're eating on. My pet store is backyard like Cheech and Chong. My school lunch pack a punch, food fighters on.
That's what the streets them say. That's what my least them say. That's what the Babylon say. Been cold up on the lips and get popped the same way now. That's what the Pentagon say. That's what the general say. That's what the empire say. But death down your throat, you get dropped the same way.
What's beef? Beef is when you 12 years old and obese. Clogged arteries, can't see your own feet until you up in ICU. Guaranteed to be in ICU. From that processed food, suicide is a suicide. Don't want no microwaves, no pesticides. Fast food, slow death in disguise. It's the wild, wild westernized world of deception and lies. What's beef? Beef is when you starve in a famine. Nothing won't grow when the land stays barren. Pollution in the river, mercury in the salmon. What sense do it make to be at war with the planet? We at war for the mind, so impressionable. Instead of vegetables, we reach for Red Bulls. Poor diets kill more brothers than pistols. We fighting for our lives like Michael Vick's pit bulls. Dog eat dog, America eats the young. We dying from beef, but more from the meat than the gun. Bullets for breakfast and mass murder meals. Enemy of the state, and your plate is the battlefield in this food fight. Food fight. Food fight. Food fight.
That's what the streets them say. That's what my least them say. That's what the Babylon say. Been called up on the lips and get popped the same way now. That's what the Pentagon say. That's what the general say. That's what the empire say. But death down your throat, you get dropped the same way. That's what the streets them say. That's what my least them say. That's what the Babylon say. Been called up on the lips and get popped the same way now. That's what the Pentagon say. That's what the general say. That's what the empire say. But death down your throat, you get dropped the same way.
Food fight.
We're on the way.